All right, so we have here a game against a Western player from English player.
Lee. He was a very good international master, and we had a very nice game in demi-final. We played before the final. We had this game, and from the tactical point of view, it was very interesting Spanish variation. We'll see.
Okay, so you played with
I played
E4.
E4 the first move, yes. I play usually E4 and D4, you know, many games. Yeah.
Okay.
Knight C6, bishop B5, E4, knight F6, castle. Rook B5, bishop B3, D6, D3, castle. Okay, H3, knight A5, bishop C2, C5, D4.
This is theory.
Everything is here. Yeah, it is the main variation from Spanish. Yeah. King C7, knight BD2, takes in there, takes, knight C6. Well, okay, and now here, usually the theory then, you know, the last recommendation was knight B3, A5, and afterwards A4 with a good game for black. I played it with black in some Olympic games against the Grandmaster Kavalek, and the game was draw for black without any problem. But here I, you know, I played some other move, which was less regarded as the best, you know, knight F1. Knight F1 that gives the idea for black that he has an even game without any problem, but it's not the case, we'll say. After knight F1, for a moment, you lose a pawn, but you sacrifice a pawn.
You lose a pawn.
You lose a pawn because after taking in D4, you lose a piece. If you take back now in D4.
Yes.
Knight takes in D4, knight takes D4, and the bishop from C2 is lost afterwards.
Yeah.
So you have to play carefully for 2-3 moves. Like
so if you take here and
you lose the bishop, of course.
Take like that, take with the queen,
no,
bishop is hanging.
Yeah, of course. The bishop is hanging. Yes.
All right.
So, of course, you don't take in D4. Yeah.
So you give up a pawn?
Yeah, for initiative, yes, of course. Bishop B3. He doesn't want to give back immediately the pawn because afterwards the black's position is clearly worse, you know. I mean, the structure is better for white, you know.
So how can he give back the pawn?
No, later on I'll take back the pawn. No, not immediately. Immediately is impossible. But now you prepare. You play knight G3, yes. Rook A7. He defends everything. Now bishop F4. Okay. Now we have the possibility to attack with rook C1, and you know, we have initiative for for the pawn. Knight D7. Now knight F5. Now we take back the pawn after knight F5. We attack the bishop from E7 and the pawn from D5, from D4 and from D6. White is clearly better now. So the idea with knight F1 was right, you see. We had the small initiative, and now we take the pawn with some slight edge for white, you know. Knight E5. That was the idea from rook A7, you see. Defends the bishop from E7. And now we take back our pawn from D5, from D4. And okay, white has an initiative. Take, okay. Now you see the position is already a little bit better for white because the pawn from E4 is better than the weak pawn from D6. Well, a small weakness. Okay. Yes. Okay, has to move back the queen, and now bishop D5. Now it's clear. White is very strong position in you know, on the central squares and some initiative. You know, it's very easy to play. Yeah, white has a pleasant game. Bishop D7. Yes, knight E2. King H8. He prepares somehow to play F5, but doesn't give an even game. You know, because afterwards he still has the pawn from D6 a little bit weak. You know, yes. Better game for white. Yeah. Knight F4. We try to go away with the knight, with the bishop from D5 and put the knight on D5. Clearly better for white. If we arrive there. Bishop G5. Yeah. Okay, we accept the fact that he can trade in E3, but we have still, initiative. White is, in every position, white is better. Takes with rook. F5, okay. It seems that more or less even, but it's not the case. White is still better, you see. Takes. Okay. Queen d4, centralizing the pieces, you see. What is the idea? The idea is to have an active game on the king side and in center, and he has still the weakness from d6. Because of this weakness from d6, he will lose the game. Bishop d6, knight f4, very good move. And now, what can he play? Bishop f7 is the only move, because we have the threat, the immediate threat, knight f4, e6, winning the exchange. So bishop f7. Takes, okay. Now, is the game even or is not even? It's not even, okay. Knight e6, you have to move somewhere the rook. Okay, now, again, we move the knight in g5. You see, the knight moves everywhere, you see. Because you have weak cases everywhere, you know. f5 is a little bit weak, d6 is weak, the rook can be attacked, so the knight can back somehow in e4. We have always a possibility. White is clearly better in this position. You know? Yeah.
Has many opportunities.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now he defended, but we take the file. So now the game is clearly better in white's favor.
The last piece of white is coming into
now,
into the game.
He attacks in f2, normal, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Knight e4, rook g6. What else? Yeah.
So
and now again we have, you know, the important moment. Now, if he wanted to go on a little bit, he had to accept the fact that he lost the pawn from d6 and take back with the queen in d6. White is better, but it's not yet winning. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of this, he tries to, to have a very complicated games, positionally, and he lose very nicely, the game.
So he
knight c6. I mean,
he give us the knight here, or if you take with the rook, you cannot take with the rook the knight on d6. Cannot take like that.
Well, I can, yes. Is this a position? How?
What's the catch here? If you take like that,
I don't know. So
maybe it's a mistake.
If the right position, is not okay. No? He played knight c6, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't take.
You didn't take. You went like that.
I don't know. Well, that wins also, but the other one would win more nicely, yes.
Maybe it's a mistake in the.
Maybe it's unbelievable. This how is this possible? Because that wins immediately. Rook takes c6, yes. Well, anyway, what happened in the game? Knight f7 check, and then he played king. Yeah, and now I played queen d5, and then again the position is completely winning for white. Yes. Now he wins a piece. White wins a piece. Yes, of course. Check.
You took the knight like that.
Well, now it's finished. Of course. I know the rook was the rook. That was the mistake. The rook is not in c1 but in e1. You'll see. Yeah, because when he took in f3, I took back with the queen and threatens mate in e8. That was the idea, But it's not. The rook was not in c1. It's in e1.
In e1. In e1. Of course, you double the.
I doubled the rook. Yes, and that we had this position. Yeah. And from now on, we have to see. Yes.
So now here he played
rook e8, f8. Yeah. Rook f8, knight e4. Now everything is clear. Yes, knight e4. Rook g6. Yes.
Rook
G6,
G6,
G6, and now we took in D6. Yes, right. And in this moment, he played knight C3. Okay, now he doesn't lose a piece.
Yes.
Yeah. And now check in F7 first, yeah, first, and Queen D5, and the position is completely lost for black. Queen D5. He couldn't take in F7 because Rook E8 check, and is almost mate or loses the queen. Yeah. So now Queen D5 is Zugzwang afterwards.
So here he played like that.
The only move, yes. And now he loses a piece. Knight check, check. Yeah.
Check.
He must go away. He loses the knight. Well, Queen
B6.
Yes, yes, and Rook F3. Well, everything wins. A piece up, you know. And now he took in F3, and I took back with the queen, and he can't take back because he's mate on E8, and he's piece up for nothing, and he resigned. Queen takes and F3.
Queen takes?
Yes. Yeah. Queen takes in F3. He cannot take because he's mate on E8, and he resigned because he is piece down, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was very tactical at the end, but everything was possible because of these weaknesses, small weaknesses in his position, you know. And the main weakness was the pawn from D6.
Yes.
Because of this, everything was possible, you know.
You had to defend that one.
Every combination was possible because of this, you know. The weakness from D6. Yeah. But anyway, the game was interesting in a tactical way like this, you know. And theoretically it was also important because knight F1 in that moment was important new move. Yes.
The fact that you give up a pawn?
Well, for a few moves you give up. And later on, when you regain the pawn, it's clearly better for white. In every position, white is a little bit better, you know.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
You're welcome.